All right, what are we talking about? We're talking about Spawn, and I have some CGC books here. One raw copy of a book I'm going to talk about real quick. So, first up, you see this is Spawn number one, and I've shown this before. I believe it was in my comprehensive CGC collection video, and this is from 1992. And there's a zillion copies of this out there in high grade, but this book has really taken off in price over the last several months. Part of the reason is that it's come out. I believe Todd McFarlane is going to create his own Spawn universe, Spawniverse, that features Spawn, some of his other characters, and that type of sort of universe is ripe for being shopped around to a streaming network to be picked up and to basically have TV shows on or whatever. So, yeah, Spawn is becoming more popular. Even though this book is widely available, it commands a pretty good premium now in a 9.8. This happens to be the signature series because I wanted this book with his signature on it, and I had gotten this, maybe 3 years ago now at this point. But yeah, this is Spawn number one. This is the very first appearance of Spawn, Al Simmons, in this particular book here. Up next is a book that I had intended to show in not the last video, but the Friday Night Comics episode before it. But it got hung up in shipping because of all the delays and whatnot that were going on a couple months ago. But, I'm a big fan of Homage covers, and this one, I really like the presentation on this, and also a signature series, and maybe the aesthetic of the yellow label kind of just adds to the overall appearance. But it's Spawn number 221, and this is a cover homage to Amazing Fantasy 15. See, this one is from July of 2012, signed by Todd. Looks like June of 2018. So yeah, I picked this one up, and this one was a little bit of a late arrival, so I figured I'd hold off and include it with this particular themed episode. Up next is an homage to Marvel's Spider-Man number one from 1990. And there's actually two iterations of this. The first is from issue number 8, so very early in the Spawn run. And here you go. And yeah, from February of 1993. Spider-Man number one, 1990, cover homage. And then later, years later, he did an even better one that sort of mimics the font a little bit of Amazing Spider-Man. Here is issue number 231 from May of 2013. So a little bit different. Just the font, the curvature of the Spawn there, and then it looks like if you squint, it looks like a Marvel comic, but it's not. It's Image Comics, obviously, and yeah, just a little bit more. I mean, it's damn near identical, right? So, and he has a few other sort of homages to his previous work on Spider-Man, and also Incredible Hulk 340. He has a Spawn sort of tribute cover to that. But the last graded book here is just that. It's another Spider-Man sort of tribute, and this one is for issue number 316 of Amazing Spider-Man. This is Spawn number 222. And I actually have a copy of this, of Amazing Spider-Man 316 at CGC, which I should get back probably by the middle of May at this point, which has become a real hot book since I sent it off. In fact, a lot of books have gotten real hot, and I'll just add that. I have, if you thought sports card pricing volatility or increases in the month of February were insane, I think comic books today are like really just, it's really crazy what I'm seeing, and I don't know where it's going to end, and grateful that I picked up what I have when I did, because a lot of the books now have become totally unobtainable. So anyway, here is again an homage to Amazing Spider-Man 316, the first cover appearance of Venom, but in this case being a Spawn book. This is Tremor, but yeah, it's just again another tribute cover to an Amazing Spider-Man issue, number 222. And that is the last graded book that I have. I have a raw copy here of a book that I think makes for a pretty good slab can. It's been about 15 years since I read it. I remember I got back into Spawn I mean, what year is this? 10 to 15 years ago. Anyway, I got back into Spawn with this issue, 185, and if I recall, and my memory escapes me, but I think Spawn, Al Simmons no longer was Spawn, and it became this guy named Jim Downing, I believe. He inherited the Spawn spirit or some shit like that. Again, I can't remember the details, but for a period of time, Jim Downing was Spawn, and this is the first appearance of him as that character. And so there's some significance to this book, and it ran, this particular run ran, arc ran about, I think, 12 issues, so like a year. And I do have, I think, 11. For some reason, I never got the 12th and final issue of the arc. But, yeah, it's been so long, I don't remember all the details, and I'm probably screwing something up. But anyway, that'll do it. So this is sort of a Spawn-centric episode. And I do have, the rest of my Spawn collection also includes issues 2, 3, and 4 of the original series. But yeah, so anyway, that will do it. And more to come. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and talk to you later.